Hello everybody! In today's video, I want to show you how I'm using Pixibricks to keep track of different title ideas I have for my videos. So just a little bit of context, if you're a creator like me, you make videos and you probably spend way more time than you would like trying to figure out the right title to use for something, and you're probably like, I can think of 1,000 different titles I want to make for this video, and it can be really tricky to pick one, and then maybe it doesn't work as well and you want to try one out later. So I use Pixibricks and this little shortcut to keep track of different titles I may want to use for videos. So for instance, wherever I'm on a video, I open up this modal here and I'm like, this one's about setting relative due dates, so I may also want to call it setting due dates in Trello, or maybe I want to call it change the due date quickly in Trello or something like that. And so I can save that, and then next time, I'm checking in on this video and I'm like, it's not doing as great. I wonder what I should change the title to. I can go in here, open up that same menu, and I can see a log of any different title ideas I've had, and then just copy it out and put it in there, and it saves it. So I want to show you how you can build something like this too, and it saves different ones for every video. So for instance, this is a sneak peek because it hasn't come out yet, but let's open it up and see. So you can see that I've actually got another title in here that I can swap it out with, so it's different for each video. So I want to show you how I built this. Let's head over to Pixibricks in my page editor. Show available ones. And now the most fun part is remembering exactly what I called it. And you would think I would have looked that up before we got on here, but okay, here we go. So it's called Add Alt Titles. And what you do is, first of all, it's just a quick bar input. And so you can see here that I have this to only run on studio.youtube.com. So when I'm on YouTube videos, that way, I'm not cluttering up my quick bar with things outside of YouTube, like this doesn't come up when I'm in Trello or something. And the next action I'm adding is getting data from a Pixibricks database. And if you haven't used Pixibricks databases before, they're incredibly easy. You can create one by just literally going in here and adding a new one. I set the key to be the URL of the video, and the key is basically something unique you want to store about it. So if you can think of the database as like a spreadsheet, this is like, what is like the title of this row? Like, what is the main thing? Which in this case is this video. So I could probably do input.title, but and just so you know where I'm getting that from, whenever you trigger a Pixibricks input sort of thing, or like from a context menu or a quick bar, you get access to all of these sort of items with it. So it could be the title, the URL. Those are probably the more unique ones-ish. Now that I think about it, title might actually not be very specific because it doesn't say anything about the video, whereas this is going to be unique for each video. So that's why I chose that. And if missing behavior, you can just leave it blank. You could, like, basically, if it doesn't see that key there, do you want it to throw an error? No. In this case, we want it to, just, it's okay if it's blank because that means we're going to write something to it. You don't need anything else here. Next, you want to add the show a notes modal brick. And what we want to do with that is run this, I'll put this down here so you can copy and paste it. But basically what we're saying is go get the data from there, get the actual data from that, and then get either, whatever the value is there, or if not, then just leave it undefined, and that's totally okay. If there's no value there, then it's just blank, and that's totally fine. And that's where, when we actually render it, you can see what this looks like here. It actually is bringing this up here. So just to see what we got back from the database, here's my object, get data. You can see there's the ID, which again, is that URL we told it to be, and then there's data. And then within it is the alt, which is what I ended up naming that object. You'll see in a second, that's where we're pushing it to. But, and it just grabs literally whatever is in that box. So it's that string of text. So that's where in here we're saying, hey, did you find something there? Show us what you found there. Otherwise, just leave it blank. It found something there in this case, so that's why it's doing that. And then we can manipulate the text here, do whatever we want, and when we actually submit it, what comes from that is called this transformed 5 here, and that text in there, that whole object becomes its own sort of property that we can send in. And so we're pushing that data back to Pixibricks, and we're saying, hey, go find this key, which again is that URL, and push it whatever the input is in there. So if I added something new in there, if I replaced it, if I took it out, whatever it is, put it in there and submit it and send it back. And then I have show confetti because that's just how I like to end things. So I hope this makes sense, and I'm going to share it with you, and you can create your own version if you want. It's great not just for titles, but you could use it for sort of any web page you want to sort of keep notes on, and it's not necessarily something like other people can see besides yourself. You could probably configure some different things with that if you had like a team Pixibricks database, but it's a really great way to keep notes on specific web pages for yourself or anything that you want to keep track of. So hope you find this helpful, and let me know if you have any questions.